What's in my mom bag of tricks as a mom of 5? Brought to you by this thing. When I say mom bag of tricks, I mean the things I do when I'm out and about to keep my kids occupied, calm them down, keep us all from going insane. I've accumulated quite a few over the years and I was going to share them with you, and I hope other moms do too, because I feel like these can be invaluable to get like a new trick. Anyway, back to the pen. This is an invisible ink pen. I was in the doctor's office with my very neurodivergent 8-year-old and he was struggling to wait. He also didn't feel good, which didn't help. We were playing scavenger hunt with this, so you can draw with this on the doctor's office like bed paper. I would have him turn around, I would draw like a heart or a star or something somewhere on the paper, and then he would have to turn around and take the light and go inch by inch to try and find where I drew it on the paper, which killed a ton of time, honestly. It doesn't leave any marks. You can draw on your kid's skin with this. You could draw on their face if you want. It would be just fine. But this is a great like novel item that isn't that exciting if you use it all the time at home, but if you pull it out of your purse, lifesaver. I have always been big on scavenger hunts for my kids. In fact, when my oldest was pretty little, I made a grocery store scavenger hunt. I have a picture of it. I'll show you. Okay, I made grocery store bingo. I actually drew this forever ago and then I made copies. I printed them out and I put them in the back pocket of my car. I just put stuff that we always either went by or found. I knew we were going to go down these aisles, and then you could either do stickers, I would give him a crayon, and he could play bingo in the grocery store. I'm pretty sure they make these now. I think you can buy like a reusable version. I drew it because I only had one kid and I had a lot of time on my hands, but scavenger hunts, or same thing, but bingo, that was great for my kids when they were younger. Another thing that I have leaned heavily on as a mom is taste tests, especially if my kids were fighting over who wanted like a certain cookie or cupcake, or there were things that they didn't want to try. I would make it a taste test. I would give them each a paper and have them rate like color, texture, taste, whatever, and they would start trying things just so they could participate in the taste test. We did one time, I think it was cupcakes. We had an assortment and they all wanted a certain one. So I cut them into pieces and then I did a taste test where everybody got a little piece of each one. And then it was fun and exciting and they kind of forgot that they didn't get the one they wanted. Like I said, also great for if you have kids who don't like trying new foods, make it a taste test. Have the whole family do it. Literally give them a score sheet or a piece of paper. It just for some reason works. I used to keep magnet blocks in my purse because they could all clump together and I wouldn't lose them in the bottom of my purse. I bought these in 2013. This is just a little set. You can buy knockoff ones that are much cheaper than the actual name brand ones now. These were super handy for when my kids were, I don't know, maybe toddlers, and if you're in a restaurant or in a waiting room, wherever, you can pull these out. You're not going to lose them. They're not going to roll off. I liked having these just for like a purse toy. Speaking of magnetic blocks, they make these little individual box ones that are so cute. This one is a Christmas one. I don't remember how much these were. They weren't super expensive, but they all close in that little tin, which is also great for waiting rooms, etc. Sorry, it's getting very dark. I'm in a parking lot right now. Bubbles. Make good choices. This is not for like in a restaurant, you can't blow bubbles. If you are waiting outside of a restaurant for your reservation, you can blow bubbles. Even if you're in like maybe a doctor's, like you're in the room waiting for the doctor to come in, these little bubbles can be life-saving. Just make sure you wipe it up if it's like on the ground so nobody slips and dies. I like the little ones because if you have little kids who want to hold them and they spill them, they're not spilling a whole thing of bubbles. Plus they don't take up a ton of space in your purse or diaper bag. Another good thing you can keep in your bag is gum, especially if you don't let your kids chew gum regularly, and do a bubble blowing contest. Something like this where it's like a very fun flavor. This is very bubble blowable gum. Just the novelty of being able to do it, of everybody participating, moms doing it, can get them out of their head a little bit if they're nervous about seeing the doctor or going to the dentist, or they're just bored out of their minds. Speaking of novelty, another emergency purse item, Pop Rocks. Don't sleep on Pop Rocks. A good one if you're bringing siblings with you places. Little notebooks. If you ask the sibling who is not participating in whatever you're doing, ask them to take notes or give them things to look for, like a scavenger hunt. Say if you're at a sibling's concert, find somebody, like write down, find somebody with red hair, find somebody wearing a blue shirt, and then it will keep them focused and occupied where you can get a little bit of time where they're not bugging you, crying, bored, just with a pad of paper. One of my kids had one of these tiny little for real animals, and they lose their luster at home pretty quickly, I'm not gonna lie. But if you throw it in your purse and you can give it to a kid in a waiting room, the novelty of You have to take care of it. Oh, it's crying. You have to feed it. You have to keep it quiet. Can keep them occupied or quiet long enough for you to feel like a sane person. If you have little kids, do not sleep on puppets. I feel like we are not giving enough credit to puppets, especially for babies and toddlers. These ones are Bluey characters if your kids are into Bluey. For older kids, brain teasers or fidgets are obviously great. I have this one in my purse currently. It's impossible. None of us know how to do it, but they're 8. They can just get like a line or two, and the amount of time it takes them to get a line or two is a lot because we don't know. I don't even actually know what you're supposed to do with this. I saw some people were making like, I don't know. Anyway, it's hard enough that it occupies the heck out of them. May be hard enough for younger kids where it would be frustrating. So get one that's like age appropriate. You can do something like canoodle, which is really fun, but this I don't like as much because it has loose pieces. And if you lose a piece, it's like kind of junk. Something like this is better because this is all self-contained. I kept these in my purse for a long time. These are the little busy activities. There's little things you can find in there. Usually they have a thing on the back that tells you like there's a candy cane, there's whatever. The Christmas ones are super cute. These would be an excellent stocking stuffer. A lot of the stuff would be good stocking stuffers. These are obviously a great one also. I feel like everybody knows about these. These are the things that you paint with water and then they're reusable. These are great for an airplane. A lot of this stuff is good airplane stuff, not bubbles. Do not bring bubbles on an airplane. I feel like I have so many of these probably because I had so many children, but they would work for different ages, or it would work for one kid and not another, or it would work for a while and then the novelty would wear off. I want to know what yours are. Tell me in the comments what your best like mom tricks were for your kids.